What up, YouTubers? How's it going tonight? Episode 28, the Let Me Know show. We have Chad over there from Richie's Resesive. How's it going, Chad?
Pretty good, brother. A little hectic, but pretty good. Yeah.
I thought you was back there choking on a bag of dicks or something. So it's like, well, we'll just give him some time. We'll just give him some time. So, I
Hey,
mean,
how
right
do I
off the
hold
bat,
my
like,
camera? Should I hold it to the side?
well, I mean, I can't flip mine for some reason. If you want to flip yours, go ahead. But
Nah,
mine,
okay.
when I was using the GPS, we hit do not flip because it kept going back and forth. Now I can't find the option to turn auto rotate back on. I can't rotate my phone. So I leave it straight up and down because I physically can't.
Ooh, I'll leave it like that then, too.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Let's get some shout outs going on quick because there's a lot of people in here. You must be a popular dude.
Oh, shit.
Morbid,
How do I see, like, the chat?
on StreamYard, you can't. You got to have another device, and that's what sucks. You can only see what I post. I'm thinking about using the other one because the other guy could actually see the chat. What's up, Stan? Thanks for coming in. We got Blakers. Oh, wait, it got to go all the way up here. Cat Eyes, Lizzo, Dragos,
Cat Eyes.
my boy Gage, what's up? This chat was popping while you was getting here. Rudy, how's it going, dude? I usually don't do shout outs like 5 minutes in because there's usually not that many people here. Maybe I'm becoming popular finally.
Let's fucking go, man. It's all you,
Eric
brother.
Smurfs, what's up, dude? Thanks for coming in. Lindsay, thanks for coming in.
Which Lindsay? Oh,
Pico
God.
Python Lindsay.
That one?
She said
Great.
she's excited for this episode. Chad's the
Great.
man.
Yeah.
Can't remember if I said what's up to Blakers. What up? Mr. Lynch, how's it going? Greg from Ripping Reptiles, how's it going, dude?
Hell yeah.
Zach Brock, what's up, dude? And now we're caught up with Casey's. All right, so I mean, just right off the bat, what brought on the bag of dicks things? Like, because when someone then mentions Tad, a bag of dicks comes up.
That's a long story. All right, man. This is going deep. This is about a 4.5 minute story.
Good.
Background
Get away.
story.
We got time. We got an hour.
So when I first got on the Instagram, well, my daughter like begged me to get on. She's like, "You should do this, Dad. You should do this, Dad. Like, you should be on YouTube." I'm like, "I ain't doing that," because I didn't do any social media.
Right.
Like, I don't have Facebook now because I just think I think Facebook's stupid. But
Facebook sucks.
yeah, but like yeah, I had it for like 27 days back. Like I don't know what election it was, but I just can't stand all that political nonsense. Like whatever, so I just stopped. And people are like, "Oh, you can like do your settings," where I'm like, "I don't do it, whatever."
Right.
So then my daughter was like, "Well, Dad, like if you can like post your pictures of the snakes." I didn't have a name for it. Like when I had my first clutch and stuff, I didn't have a name or nothing. And she's like, "Yo, you should do it because like Instagram, you can put pictures up." I'm like, "Well, what else is there?" She's like, "No, it's just really pictures and you like put posts." And I'm like, I don't know this. So and then I saw something on YouTube was saying like how Instagram is really good. Like if you want to like kind of promote like your snakes and sales and things like that and what you're producing. I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. I said, but I need a name. We sat down, we got a name, whatever. So then I teach special ed and
awesome.
Yeah, so I would see like the live thing. I didn't even know what a live was on YouTube. And I like accidentally clicked one time. Like I was going to click something. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, what am I? I'm like, I didn't know if the people could see me. And it was Tom and Casey from Atypical. And it was Nick and Jules, or I think they're not together anymore, from Nivial Exotics. I'm like, I'm in like one of their lives. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, this is pretty cool. So then I heard that they they each have kids who are autistic, who have autism. So I brought it up that I teach special ed, and we just became friends like that, and I'd always be in their lives. And Nick and Tom would always say to each other, eat a dick all the time. They would always say it to each other. And then I would say goofy stuff on there, and then they would say it to me. And then I would come into them, and people would say, "Oh, Chad, oh, eat a dick, blah blah, this and that." And then I just shortened to EAD,
Eat a
and
D.
it kind of just started with that. And like I would come
What up,
in, and
Ray?
they would say EAD Chad, blah blah blah. And then Tom, when Billy started doing his lives, Tom like would do a super chat and say, "Hey, tell Chad to eat a dick." And at first, Billy's like, "I ain't doing that. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I'm not saying that." But then I guess Austin, Tom told Billy, whatever, and then Billy starts saying it, and then it kind of stuck. When Billy says shit, it kind of gets out there, and he says it a lot. So then he would have his guests say it and stuff, which was kind of crazy. Like Brian Barczyk told me twice to
That's
eat that
funny.
dick. Oh yeah, so it was pretty cool. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? So
I
yeah.
asked that question because during this week I was talking to friends of mine and talking to Gage from Clown Scientist, and he basically told me that like he got to know me because I was telling stories about how a proctologist stuck his finger in my ass with banana fingers. And I was like, oh, so gee, great. I'm going around known as the ass guy. What the fuck?
Yeah, I could tell you a story about that too. Oh my god.
Oh, dude, I got one coming up, and I'm like, here's another golden story coming up because I'll share everything, and it's a hot female doctor, so I'm sure I'm going to have a story with this one at the end of October.
Yeah, oh man.
I'm going to be sleeping though, so I don't know what kind of story I could tell. I just turned 45 this year, and like 2 weeks after I turned 45, I had a GI appointment, and he was like, well, it's that time of year. And I just kind of said, yeah. From there, I don't know what all they said. I know I'm going to be knocked out and something's going in the wrong end.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, okay, something about checking prostates because I have a prostate stone and they want to make sure it's all right. So it ain't nothing good.
Yeah. I hope it's good. Like, I hope there's nothing bad.
I hope it's good medically, but the procedure is nothing good. Like, they don't know nothing medically. They're not doing it because they know nothing medically.
Yeah.
They're just precautionary. I guess they like to shove things up dudes' asses for no reason. As my daughter comes in, I'm talking about this.
Oh,
what up, Lexi? I'm sure you didn't want to hear that.
Dude, all right. So I'll tell this real quick. So I got, man, I don't know what year it was. I got separated, and we knew we were getting divorced. Like, it was amicable. You know what I mean? Like, all right, this ain't working out, whatever. And just, we're just both unhappy, whatever. So
What a butt files.
My first move was like, all right, I don't want any more kids. I got 3 kids. They're awesome. I don't want any more. Right. So
right.
I'll take step kids, whatever. I'm not producing any kids of mine no more. So I'm going to go get snipped. Right.
Snip.
So my buddy tells me, and he had got the procedure done. My buddy that I teach with, and he's like, dude, it's nothing, man. You sit, like, they go in there, like, you're kind of knocked out, whatever. And you sit on some peas and you're fine. I said, yeah, but what about before that? Like, when they go get checked? They're like, he's like, they just go play with your balls a little bit and tell you to cough and kind of like checking for a hernia, and they ask you questions, whatever. It's pretty easy.
It's a doctor. They're supposed to do these things.
Yeah. So it's whatever. So I get a number to call. I call that number. I make an appointment, and fast forward, whatever. I didn't even went to this. I went to the wrong place. Like the place I called was not the place that my buddy went. So I don't even know how that happened. Whatever. So I go in for this. What is it called? Like, they're going to go check.
What's up, nerd?
Who's it?
I was just saying what's up to nerd.
Gotcha.
Guy coming in. Good night, Lexi.
So I'm a teacher. So I go in to this place that does these procedures, and I'm getting the consult, I guess it's called. I go in there, about 3 seconds into the office, I hear, Mr. Richie.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, oh man, it's this girl Kelly, who was a sophomore, like my first year, that I taught in biology.
Right.
She's the secretary. She's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, what do you think I'm doing here? You know what I mean?
Time to get it snipped. What do you mean?
Oh my God.
Teachers have fun and need snip too.
Yeah. So I go in and the doctor. Well, I go in and I notice like they're like the hazmat like waste thing is like kind of near the table, and it was kind of like a little disarray and shit. So I'm like cleaning things up. I'm moving stuff around like I don't know what this is, whatever. So the doctor comes in and he's a little Asian guy, and he's talking to me. He's like, are you sure you want to do this? Why do you want to do this? I'm like, listen, I'm done having kids. He's like, are you sure? Blah, blah, blah. He's trying to get me to ask questions. I'm like, I just want to do it. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
just
want
do
to
it.
get kids. He's like, well, what if you meet someone who wants kids? I'm like, well, it's not going to work out then because I don't want any more.
Right.
So he goes, do you have any questions for me? I said, you know what? I do. I said, how many, like how many times do I have to like get rid of everything after the surgery? He's like, oh, it's going to be 40 ejaculations. I go, listen, doc, I'll knock that out in a weekend, bud. Right? So he starts laughing, but then he starts doing like a sarcastic laugh, like, ho, 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 ho. And he looks at my chart and he goes, oh, you just turned 40? I'm like, yeah. He goes, have you ever had prostate check? I'm like, huh? He's like, no, you have not. I'm like, no. He's like, put your elbows on the table. And my pants were already down. And next thing you know, man, there's the finger in the ass. And I'm like, oh, this is why all this, the hazmat things, you got to wipe yourself.
It all comes, a light bulb comes on and all lights up.
And I was ready to kill my buddy because he didn't tell me this stuff.
Right.
But he's a year younger than me. So they never had him do it. But I didn't even go to the same spot. I ended up at a different doctor's office. So
I went and got a second opinion from a urologist, and the urologist was an older, heavier set guy with banana fingers, and he wanted to check this prostate stone I had, and I didn't know it was coming, dude. I felt totally violated. I'm sitting there like with this dude's finger up my ass, and he goes, could you back up into me a little bit? I can't quite feel it. I'm like, what? Excuse the hell out of me? Back up into you? Are you serious?
Well, it's ironic because when I went, like the doctor, like he was in there, and the next thing I know, I felt both his hands on my shoulders. I'm like, wait, hold on, what's in my? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh boy, I thought you was kidding on that one. I was like, wow.
I had to.
It's a good thing we had that because, like, I usually open up my show with like Morph Market News, something that's been in the Morph Market News. They haven't put anything out since the new sales feature that was like 2 weeks ago. So there was just nothing to report. So basically I turned community and looked for like community events. And there's kind of a big debate going on that I kind of started last Thursday with feeding live or feeding frozen thought. And just to clarify, what we were trying to put out there is it's not a good image. If you're going to live, don't record it and put it online. Like, there's enough of it out there. But we don't need it. And we kind of need to try to clean up our image a little bit. Like, we kind of try to be like, all right, I want to attract a person that don't like reptiles to start maybe looking into reptiles. And feeding live rodents to your snake isn't something that is really appealing to me. I mean, I feed live, but I don't like to watch it. Like one time I pre-killed a rat just because I got 4 snakes in that ate nothing but frozen thawed. Now I get them pre-gassed, hurry up, come and feed them. But it's like I pre-killed it, and I there and smacked the rat's head, and I just felt like total shit. Like I'm a dirtbag for doing it.
Yeah.
Like, there's a right way to do about it, and frozen thawed. There's a couple of things you might have to worry about. And the first thing is who are you getting it from? Like, if not like killing them and freezing them right away, that's dangerous to your snake. You really got to know the product you're buying.
And it's going into that, and it's going into there, and it's going into your snake.
Yeah. You really want to make sure you have a real quality product. I mean, go with these companies are true. If you have a friend that's close that does it and you trust they're doing something right, go there. It's it's tricky because you got to believe in who are you getting your rats from, and you have to do it as well. Yeah, I know I'm robot, and this internet has been cracked the last week. I was on the phone with Xfinity today. Hopefully by next week there's a fix. But I saw a problem at the pole or set someone out.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Is it just me on here now? I can't see the chat either. Let me see this. Maybe I can. Comments. Yeah. So, oh, you're back? You good?
Yeah, I'm back. It just kicks me off every once in a while. So if I get kicked off, entertain people.
Yeah, I wasn't sure because I'm like, is it just on my device that's going a little robot-y and stuff? But
No, I mean I got an internet issue, but show must go on. Xfinity couldn't get out here before today to fix it. So
gotcha. All right. You know what though? I can see on my phone. I can see the comments.
All right. Well, yeah. If you go, then you don't see you. You could actually see the comments if you. I don't know. Well, you might have a setting that I don't.
Yeah, because I'm still on and I can see it. I didn't think I could do that. That's how I was trying to get on my laptop, and I'm like, I thought maybe then it started getting glitchy. I'm like, oh, maybe it's me. So I just restarted my computer. But I can see I can read the comments there.
Sounding like Ethan Hawkins choking on a bag of dicks. Nice. I don't know. We really need to start working on image. And I mean, I don't even think feeding videos. I don't feel any kind of feeding videos, unless it's educational, should be shown. My opinion.
Yeah, I don't, and I start like if I do see like feeding videos, man, I kind of remove people. I don't want to see that. Like, I don't know. It's just people can do whatever the hell they want, but I just don't think it's helpful to the community if we want to keep these things and like just kind of keep people just. We don't need attention to ourselves, like
exactly.
For lawmakers and stuff like that, and that's what I think. Just it's not good. But
I mean, what I'm going to do in the future, and I'm going to admit that I do this. I'm not going to show them everything. I'm only going to show them what looks good. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you the good side, and then on my lives, I'll speak about the bad. But I'm just not going to show it to everybody. To look. You really got to watch and listen to know everything. But it's my opinion. That's what I'm going to start doing to help. I don't know. I think it's a losing battle because if we do, everybody stops showing, live feeding. And then it's going to be, well, you should have them in enclosures with enrichment instead of racks. And it's just like there's going to be one thing after another. But, what's wrong with trying to clean up your image a little bit, trying to portray something better?
Yeah.
It's the way I look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're dealing with misinformed people. Like these lawmakers, man, they don't know. Like
they don't know anything about it.
Yeah, like those idiots in Florida, like they're not even animal people. They're building people. They're property like built. Like they're trying to build apartments and resorts and stuff. They're not reptile people. They're not animals. They're not there for animals. They're there to make money.
They don't get that these things are actually pets. Yeah. I mean, now I get some of these facilities that have, over 1,000 snakes. You can't possibly deal with every snake every day. Yeah. But I have contact with every snake that I have every day. Even if it's only just reaching in the door and petting it, because some of them just don't like being messed with.
Yeah, they don't.
I do. I mess with them briefly and then shut their drawer. If they would rather it be shut, it goes.
Yeah, you open them up. A lot of mine are like, no, thank you. Yeah, they don't want to see me.
Yeah, a lot of them just roll into a ball or try to bite you. Like they tell you kind of what's going on.
Yeah.
Like at some of them, like Leo, the clown I have, like that guy You open a drawer and he just slowly slithers out like, okay, it's time to come out to play. He loves it.
Yeah.
Other ones don't.
Yep. Yeah, I have a handful like that. They're like, oh, okay, let's go hang out.
Yeah, what's going on? This is cool. I'll come out.
Yeah.
But
You know,
the last thing I wanted to touch base on before
yeah.
we get into some questions is Stan Sea Surfing's wife is going through some cancer treatment. Just everybody send out some positive vibes to Tiff's way. Just, I'm a believer in good vibes. I try to surround myself with good positive vibes. So just everyone think positive stuff and send it to Florida to Tiff.
Oh, yeah,
Hopefully that
man.
helps out. But
That's
question wise, first off, who are you? Or what all do you breed and how long have you been doing it?
well,
What's up, Wetka?
I'm Chad. So it's funny because like it's Richie's Resesive, and some people think that's my first name. It's not. It's Chad. So then people tell me, "Wow, you have two first names." I'm like, "Wow, that's nice. It's very smart of you
Very smart.
to figure that out." Yeah, so
Observative.
Chad Richie. It's almost like Stephen Thomas or whatever.
Yeah,
But I've been doing
no problem,
this.
Stan.
I got my son in 2015 a ball python for his birthday, and then probably by New Year's we had probably like 5 ball pythons. And his birthday is in it's December 17th. So I didn't know, I just like, oh wow, ball pythons, like wow, it's like like you're normal. I'm like, oh I always thought they were cool. And
Right,
then I'm like, oh, there's like different ones like pastel. I'm like, this is pretty neat. Wow, this pastel looking color. Wow, this is like an exotic, one that I'm like, I find these other ones. I'm like, wow, I didn't know there's this whole like world of these different genetics.
right,
So I'm like, oh, that's cool. So of course, we start getting them, and my kids are like, oh, I like this one. We should get one like this. I'm like, wow, let's go, we'll get it. So, but maybe we had like 8 or 10 ball pythons. No breeding plans because I didn't even know you could breed them. Like, I didn't know how these things were made, whatever.
right.
And then I started watching videos like Justin, like it was Kabilka, and before it was Canova, and he's talking about all these genetics. I'm like, I don't even know what this guy's talking about. These are just cool looking snakes. So
Right.
fast forward, like you learn that you can breed them and how you breed them and this and that. And you just kind of get into it. You make all the mistakes. But I had my first clutches. Like I lived in an apartment, and I was moving. Probably about like 2 weeks before I was moving, this one girl laid eggs, and she knocked over a water bowl, and all the eggs were just sitting in there. I come home from work, and they're just all like they're like they soaked in all the water. Like they were sitting in the water for I don't know how long, like probably 6 hours,
All right.
and they're all dead. I'm like, oh my god. Another one laid eggs, and she might have been whatever, she might have been the second one. The first one laid eggs. I had them incubating, like she was just maternally incubating them. Yeah, I mean, like sitting on eggs. I'm like, because I didn't know even how to incubate eggs. Like I'm like, oh, you just put these in. They bred, and then I moved. So I moved. They might even have an incubator. And I pulled them, and you hear like, oh, day 55. So I'm like, oh, it's day 55. I can cut these eggs, and they weren't ready. So they went kind of bad. I don't even know what really happened to them, but they like they were developed. But if you look at someone who cuts a little early, whatever, it's like, ooh, they should be cooking for another 10 days or so. Like they're probably like 2 weeks because they were maternally incubated.
All right.
So. And then, so that was like my first 2 clutches, which were down the drain. And then I'm like, all right, I'm going to learn a lot more. I have to learn more. So I do. And then I get the vermiculite, this and that. And you put them in there, and it has to be this ratio. Well, I didn't trust the measurements, and I added water at the end, and I put them in, and it was too wet. But I didn't know it was too wet, right? So I just know my eggs were dying. You know what I mean? I'm like, one by one, I'm like, man, this one's getting green, because I would check it every 2 days.
All
Back
right.
then you don't know any better. And then next thing you know, that like they're all dead. And then I find out later, oh wow, that it was too wet. Like my vermiculite was too wet, and I've had them right in the vermiculite. So my first 3 clutches done, like totally
Won't
done.
do that again.
Won't do that again. So that was like in 2019, and then by 2020, I'm like, I'm not incubating them. I'm not pulling. They're going to maternally incubate. I'm going to because I keep messing things up. I'm going to just let them be. My first 2 clutches were maternal incubation in 2020, and
Interesting.
my first clutch was a clown clutch, crazy clown clutch, Motley Clowns and stuff like that. So, but then just keep learning and getting better, and this is like I should get my 13th clutch here in about another month or so. It should be less than it should be like another 27 days, but who's counting?
A week,
My
like a week
13th
ago, my
clutch.
third one dropped.
What's that?
I said a week ago, my third one dropped.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. How many are you expecting the
Uh,
rest of the season, rest of
I
the year?
think I have 4 or 5 that looks promising
Nice.
ongoing. And then there's another 3 or 4 that have been paired. I mean, I'm still pairing them. I
Oh
pair
yeah,
until
I
I
just
see
had a girl
ovulation.
today.
So yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
keep
just had
pairing.
one today.
I don't know if that's the right way to do about it, but I mean, I've gotten decent clutches with decent looking eggs.
Yeah,
So I don't know. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
yeah. I'll tell you what, man. Uh, my previous
What's up, zombie?
My previous high was it was back to back years. I had 5 clutches back, and that was good for me. Like I'm
What's up,
not,
Bailey's?
I do
Right?
I breed from my house and my bedroom and stuff, and so space is at a premium. And I was good. I was good with 5 clutches. I'm good. Like there were some pretty good stuff that came out, and you held back the best stuff, and sold or gave away some stuff. To get some people who want to get into it and stuff like that. You give them some normals or some het clowns and things like that. And but then I got an ultrasound, and the guessing game for me is so stressful. Like not knowing, because you miss stuff, and even now you miss stuff. But with the ultrasound, man, and I'm a math guy too, so I'm looking at like, all right, oh these are 3 weeks apart. I did it, and then they grew this much. The projected, dude, like the numbers are right on, man. It's crazy. I'll put projected like like maybe even 2 or 3 months ahead. Like they should lay on this date. I've been sometimes I've been like dead on, just because that's the growth that they're doing. It's and how they're building follicles. It's insane. It's
I
such
have
a game
access
changer.
to an ultrasound. I just have to
Yeah,
take them down the road. But I
yeah.
mean, when I go get my rats, I could take any snake I want to get ultrasounded. So
Hell yeah, man.
I'll
I do that
eventually
for
have one, but it's going to be a bit.
yeah. I'll tell you what. I got the con was it con cac or something con. I forget what it's called. The con one. It's like
Con one.
$1,300 on Amazon. That was the best investment I made, man. And just for my stress level and like not knowing and guessing and like, oh my God, are they gonna be late? Like, am I pairing right? Saving my mails. It changed everything. It's so much more enjoyable for me, anyways. Like knowing, like, all right, this is when they're expected. She's not building follicles. I'm not going to be pairing her, until she's building follicles, at like 10, 10, 12 millimeters. I'm not even going to think about pairing her,
Right.
you know? And it's been a game changer for me, man. It's way less stressful. It's more rewarding and more enjoyable.
It's definitely seeming like the way to go. You don't have to worry about anything. You just
Yeah.
see what you see, and then there's no guessing game to it. I mean, these things got to be a certain size before it's ready to go.
Yep. And I tell you what it's done too. It's like I've taken what I've learned by like watching behaviors, and it's kind of like reassuring me through
Yeah.
the ultrasound, like, oh yeah, they're bull wrapping or doing this, or they're acting like this, or a little more aggressive. Oh, you know what? It's showing on ultrasound that they're building follicles, and it lines up. Ones that aren't, ones that are kind of just the status quo. They're not building follicles. I might pair. I might throw the male in sometimes if they're like at like 7 millimeters. I
Right.
might just to see if it because I've seen some that kind of take off after that. but others don't, and I wait. I don't pair them, you know. But with those two together, man, I'm learning a lot more about my snakes with the ultrasound than I would without it.
One
Like
thing I've seen without an ultrasound is if you see a female get more food aggressive than she is normally, that is a great sign.
Totally great sign. It totally is. Yep. It is.
Kind of already mentioned the second question, but what is your normal day like? So you said you're a special ed teacher?
Yeah. So I get up, I hit my snooze about 10 times. I go into work. I teach special ed. And that's rewarding in itself. Sometimes it's frustrating, but it's usually the adults that piss me off, not the kids. Adults piss me off big time. And I let them know.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm at a point where I just tell people whatever and let them deal with their emotions on their own. I don't have to worry about their emotions. And then usually it's me after work being busier than during work because I'm running around getting kids and taking a dance class and picking up, and then
Ain't that
basketball
great?
training, and yeah. And
I remember those days.
Oh,
My
my
two oldest daughters are
allergies all
older,
the
so
time.
I don't got to do that no more. I still got a 14-year-old that's a handful, let me tell you.
Yeah,
But it's not like it was when they all was young. It was
yeah.
you
How
didn't
many
have the
kids you
second.
have?
I have three girls.
Okay, gotcha. I think you said that. Yeah, 3 here too, man. So it's that's about my day. It's usually running around. Like tomorrow, I got my daughter telling me like, don't be late to get me to take me to dance class to be 15 minutes early so we can sit in the car here for 12 minutes so she can go in 3 minutes early. Yeah,
Like,
it is what it is.
what's wrong with going in 10 minutes early?
I know. Just go so I can go like do
Yeah,
stuff and
so
then
I
come
could get
back in an
stuff
hour.
done. Yes.
Yes. Oh,
Even my oldest daughter does that to me. I'll take her to work because she has seizures and she can't get her driver's license. So
okay.
we have to drive her. And the
Yeah.
girl tries to work. She's the hardest trying person I've ever known in my life. She just don't quit. And
Yeah.
I admire her for that. But
Yeah.
we get up there, it's like 20 minutes early, and she's like sitting in the car, and I'm like, you can go anytime now. She's like, well, I don't want to go in until it's time to go to work. I don't want to just sit in there.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there playing on her phone, and it's like, look, there's a lobby. You could go right in that lobby and sit in that lobby and stick your nose in that phone for 15, 20 minutes. Drives me nuts. But she don't like it, so who sits there with her? I do.
Yeah, that's what you do. I mean,
Yep.
we're dads, we're parents.
I said something to her once, and she was like, well, no. What do you do?
It's funny because my boys are like the exact opposite of her. Like if she's 15 minutes early, they're 15 minutes late, and it's they their sense of urgency is negative. No sense of urgency. Oh,
But
no
that's
sense of
most
urgency.
guys. I'm a procrastinator by nature. Like I just don't get excited about much anymore. I mean, except the snakes. That's just you can't get excited. You can't not get excited about that.
Yeah. Yeah, my
My
students
first
hear about the
clutches.
snakes too.
My first clutches are due to be cut next Sunday.
Oh hell yeah, man!
So come on Sunday. I'm waiting. I really think that the first clutch I had, it was a 3/8 clutch from an Xanthic VPI Het Lab. I don't know. I think there's something wrong. I just don't think they're doing good. But
Wow.
I don't know. You see other people that don't have dimples, but the other ones are dimpling, and they was 2 days behind, and they look further along for some reason. So I'm going to cut them both on Sunday and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you can feel the snake though too. Sometimes, like in there, you can like feel them and stuff. You're like, oh, okay, yeah,
I
they're
haven't
ready
really
to go.
taken them out. I haven't
No,
really
I'm saying
touched,
like,
pulled them up.
yeah, if you're like at day like 55 or something, or even 52, or you see like they're really dimpled, you can go in and feel them. Like it's not gonna harm them.
If it happens, it happens. I'm not going to be discouraged. I have 2 more clutches coming behind it. We'll just see, what happens. It is what it is. It's my first year. I'm supposed to fuck something up.
Yeah, it said me. I messed up. I killed 17 eggs one way or another. My first 3
That
clutches.
sucks.
Yeah. So
With 3 clutches, 18 eggs. I mean, one was 3, one was 7, one was 8. So I'm like,
that's
heck
awesome,
yeah.
man. Yeah, because you said that first time mama gave you 8, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And the other day was all first time mob. But,
Oh, really?
yeah. I mean, I bought everything small. I bought everything as a baby and I raised everything up.
That's really cool.
I just, I was kind of scared of them when I first started. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was hesitant. I was really hesitant with these things. And I wanted to get to know these things before they got big.
Yeah.
So I'm good now. I do whatever. But I'm glad I started small. If I would have had a 2,200 gram snake right in the beginning, I don't think I would have touched her. I'd have been too scared to.
Yeah, I just got 2 snakes off my buddy, man. My buddy Jim, he's my mentor. Like, he showed me the ropes a lot, and he's moving snakes, and we help each other out. So I got 2 snakes in from him, and man, these girls are giants. Like, it's crazy, and he's always like, he doesn't weigh anything or nothing like that, and he'll look. I'll be down in his basement because it's the snake cellar, like a basement, and he's like, I'm not sure if I want to pair this. I don't know if she's ready. I'm like, dude,
Heck
she's
yeah,
like
Dave.
3,000 grams, man.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, and he's like, oh, I'm not sure if she's ready. I like them big. I'm like, dude, she's
Dude, she's ready.
plenty ready.
She's
Yeah.
plenty ready.
He gets 10, 12, 15 egg clutches, man. Like it's nobody's business. It's nuts. So
Yeah, Blakers, I'm just going to cut like a little hole up top just to give her head something to poke out. I'm not going to really mess with the eggs much. But yeah, I mean, that's good advice there. Don't pull the snakes out the egg when you cut them.
yeah,
Like, you got to wait till they come out. But I mean, thanks for that. But I kind of already knew. But
that's cool. I've cut before pips, but I think the most rewarding for me is like to see those pips, man. It's awesome when you see that you check in there and you see little heads popping up. You're like, oh man, But I've cut before, before
that
pips.
pied clutch, there's one egg with a little slit in it, just the tiniest slit. So I mean, and
What day is it on?
it's only on day like 48,
Oh.
and there's a small. No, that's 49, 45. It's on day 45. The pies are on 45.
Oh wow.
And like I said, they just look better. They look like they've came along just a lot better than the other ones. And
Yeah.
I had them out today, just looking at them, and there was a tiny little hole in it. And I was like, no, put them back in. Just if he's going to pip, he's going to pip. Just back in they go.
Yeah, I think that's a good
So
decision.
I'm confident in the second one, which is a 7/8 clutch I'm cutting Sunday. It'll be all right. That's what made my decision that I was cutting them Sunday as well, because
Hell yeah, man.
I think I'm going to get a pip.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
All right, so we're already at almost 40 minutes, and we ain't even really started on the questions. We're going to skip through and get to the funner questions.
Yeah, get the.
What is a clutch that you hatched out this year, or you will be hatching out this year, that you're most excited about?
Well, I got my cheat sheet right here. I keep track of myself. I like to write stuff down, like, you know what I mean. So
Yeah, you have to keep writing like records of stuff.
I do, and I know some people do Husbandry Pro and other stuff and clutch and this and that. I don't know. When I write stuff down, I remember it. When I don't, when I type stuff, I don't remember that shit, man.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah. So I like to write stuff down, and I don't know, but there's a couple, but my biggest one, my most anticipated clutch is it's a leopard, it's probable super leopard clown het pied to a Trojan het pied, so I can hit some leopard Trojan pied het clown. It'll all be het clown, so I'm pretty pumped about that. Only got 4 eggs from a girl that's given me 5, 5, and now 4. So no, I'm sorry, 4, 5, and then back to 4. And 2 of the eggs were small, like one's like a boob egg, but everything was good, like vein wise. I was hoping like for like a 6, 7, 8 egg clutch from her, but I got 4, so got 4 shots of some kick ass snakes there. But yeah, I even have like my son's first snake. He wanted an investment snake, so I reached out to a couple of my buddies and Dave from Baller's Garage. gave me a good deal on a girl. It's a black pastel GHI Mojave, possible het pied to a hypopide. So I'm hoping to see some pieds, to prove her out. But
Right.
even if she doesn't, they're all double hets, and that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean,
there.
the way the market's going now, you got to build your head army.
Yeah.
You have
double
to.
het. Definitely double het army. It's and I got it's great. Like this little, I have a special het G stripe to a G stripe, which is not that big of a deal, but I have like a 4 kind of step process to hit pretty crazy combo G stripe clowns. And this
Yeah, I was
is
going to say, if you put clown to that, like 100% het clown, het G stripes, that's a sale right now.
well, yeah, I made the double hets last year. And now this year I want to hit a male special G stripe, and then I can put him eventually to one of the combo clown girls I have with GHI in it and yellow belly and blade, and there's possible hypo, or maybe even go in a different direction with another male or something like that. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Pretty excited about that one. Just because it's like a little side project of mine.
Right.
Or operation. I call them operations. I don't even call them projects. A little operation I got.
Sounds better. An operation, not a project.
Right? Yeah, I feel like it's a little operation.
It's more important.
Yeah. But yeah, and I'm hoping to hit I got a clown het hypo to a bongo, 50% het hypo, so I'm hoping to prove that out.
Okay, so let me ask you a question on that one. You said it was a bongo 50% het hypo?
Yeah.
All right. When she sheds, now she's possible het hypo. So you know how a hypo, when they shed, it's like almost bleach white, no pattern, just like no color, just bleach white.
Yeah.
When a het hypo sheds, there's no pattern on it. This is what I'm seeing from my pos het hypos and my het hypos. I have a het hypo. When she sheds, if you hold it up to the light like this, you see no pattern. It just looks like it came from a solid snake. And that's what my possible het hypos are doing. So the next time she sheds, like look at your snakes that have nothing to do with hypo, not het hypo, not nothing, and you'll see the pattern in their shed. On het hypos, you won't. Well, I don't know if I'm correct on that, but from what I'm seeing, I'm absolutely, I found something. And I'll share it to everybody. What up, Botha?
Man, look at this guy. Hold on. Oh. Does it turn around? Oh, sorry. I was trying to turn my camera around. I guess I can't. Look at this. Look at this dog. On my bed.
Dead to the world.
This guy. All right, let me see. All right, let's see. She shed.
All you out there can check that too with your false het hypos or your het hypos. Look for patterns in them. You won't see any.
Let's see.
And that's your pos het hypo?
Yeah.
I can see it already. I'd say it's not a pos het, it's a het. It's got a white tint to it. Do you see any pattern markings in it when you hold it up to the light?
No. No, I don't.
I'm pretty sure she's going to prove out het hypo then.
Well, that'd be awesome.
Now, that's not 100% fact. This is just what I'm seeing from my end and trying to learn. I don't want people to put it out there, well, LMK said this, so, he had to learn it from someone. No, this is something I've seen from just looking and paying attention to every detail.
Yeah, there's no pattern on this.
Good chances are that she'll prove out.
Oh, man, that'd be awesome.
Well, now look at a shed from one of your ones that has nothing to do with hypo. You'll see a pattern.
Oh, you know what? Let's test this.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's test this on live because I'm interested. Because maybe it's just something I'm seeing that's wrong, but.
So this is my. Oh, I thought she was gonna get me. Okay, so that's a pastel cypress het hypo.
Right.
She's het hypo. So let's see her shed because I keep them like when I'm in like breeding mode and stuff. I don't mess with their. I'll go spot clean a little bit, but even that I don't mess with their stuff too much.
Right. Yep, I can see it already. It has that white tint to it. It's a look, no
Yeah.
pattern, kind of white.
Yeah, man. That's awesome. I'm putting that right back in there for.
What's up, Chris? How's it going,
Good. I
buddy?
hope you're right, man.
It's
I
something
hope
that I've
you're right.
seen in mine, and I'm one that likes to share information. So I mean,
So when I
okay,
get some
well,
hypo,
hey, look,
when I hit some bongo hypo heck clowns.
look what Dave said. 100% Ken. It's been mentioned by many respected breeders. So I guess other big breeders that's been respected has said that here and there. Well,
Oh yeah.
something I've noticed. So cool. I was right. Holy shit.
That's great news, man. That's well. I'll let you know. I forget when does that due? Hold on, let me see. That one's due October 10th. That's so when you I just count 56 days because it's just 8 weeks on my
Right.
calendar. Even though I could just ask Siri, but I just do 56 days, and that's October 10th. So we'll
All
see.
right.
Yeah.
I think I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think October 13th was that leopard to mahogany, Mojave, het clown, het hypo girl.
Oh,
And
nice.
that leopard clown's possible grim as well.
Sweet.
So we'll see. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a nice clutch for me this year.
Yeah. I remember you saying about the grin, man. I like that.
I mean, I got people that I showed evidence to why I say it's possible grim, and they go, I can't say 100%, but I'd say it's enough to look for it at least.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to, if I see something that looks grim, I'm not going to sell it as that unless it's obvious.
Yeah.
But I'm
Oh
probably
yeah.
going to keep it and give it to my, like, the circle of friends I have because grim's a cool gene. What up, Brock? Thanks
And
for
keep it
coming
for
in.
yourself.
But, all right. What is one superpower you wish you could have?
Man, oh man. I think time travel would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I'll skip that question. A later question I got is, would you rather be able to go back in past or to the future and come back? And so if you could time travel, you already covered all that. So you're good.
Yeah. Yeah, I would go back because I lost my dad last July, and I would go back and spend way more time with him.
Yeah, I
So
lost my dad in 2016. And man, I wish I would have went out there that last day. I was supposed to go up there the 15th, and we talked on the phone, and I just got too busy, and I didn't go up. And it's weird because he went. My dad was never a church person, never went to church,
yeah.
and he was like, I got up this morning, I felt good, so I went out and I got myself some church clothes. I think I'm going to give this church thing a try.
Oh wow.
Next morning, he woke up dead. Well,
Oh man.
I mean, just wow. That's some powerful stuff coming from my dad. Like the guy lived 100 miles per hour and was an alcoholic for 65 years. I mean, the last year of his life he kind of slowed down, but I don't know. That makes me think something else is out there. Something's beyond it, because if I could see that quick of a change in that man there, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I believe that stuff too, man. I believe that.
If you could spend a week anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Oh, I love the Outer Banks. I don't know what it is about the Outer Banks. I just love it, man. It's like not. It's not. I mean, it's not all like secluded because I like going around and walking in shops and stuff and just
Right.
whatever. But also like it's secluded enough where it's not like a busy beach where you're just walking over people and stuff. I love the Outer Banks. Oh, it's so peaceful. I would go there because we went there. It was like our last vacation, like
Right.
2018, like with my dad when he was still good and stuff like that, and it was awesome. I would go back. I would go back there. Just that, like kind of like a time travel. Boom, because back to time travel, back to 2018, Outer Banks. I'd be there.
I mean, this is 2024. I don't understand why we can't beam people places yet. I mean, we had it on the TVs in the 50s with Star Trek. Beam me up, Scotty. Why can't
Yeah.
fucking Scotty just put me in Florida when it's cold here or something? I mean, damn, you're slacking, Scotty.
I know, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's weird though, man. Like what time? What does time really mean though? Too, you know,
All right.
because sometimes like when you're in pain, because I'm very inconsistent with jujitsu, but when you roll jujitsu and you're just getting your ass kicked or someone you got some big, like I'm a heavyweight in jujitsu world because I'm like probably like 215, 220, and
Hell, I'm 250,
yeah, like
but I'm
yeah,
6'2" as well. So
yeah. So you get some big. Yeah, I'm only 5'10" on a good day. Uh, it's just like a minute or 2 minutes when you're under someone and you're getting like you're about to get neck cranked or something like that, or you just can't breathe and your body's just that 2 minutes is not 2 minutes.
well,
You know,
get
and
on it,
just like
Scotty. Let's go. Beam me somewhere.
you know, and oh man. Yeah. And other times it's like 2 minutes goes by, it feels like it's 20 seconds. So
Right.
yeah, I think time is it's weird. It's not just I don't know, it's
I
different.
don't know. I don't know what to think about time, but there is just definitely something that don't add up.
Yeah.
If you sit there and think about like everything that's going on, the shit that they're digging up now from underground and everything, just like this shit don't add up.
Yeah.
I mean, they're finding like hammers that are like 40,000 years old and like these discs that have vibrations on them that they're dating back to, 20,000 years and stuff. And it's just like, this don't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
What up, bro? Especially from what we was taught in school. Like it's like
Yeah.
what they want you to learn, not what is really going on.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. I have so many conspiracy theories. I'm not as bad as some people, but I have a lot of conspiracy theories.
I get into some conspiracy theories. I mean, we got into talking about like Skinwalker Ranch and stuff on my last
Yeah.
live Sunday. And I mean, I think those guys are actually on the verge of discovering like a time warp or, a warp hole or something, like a wormhole.
That's crazy.
Like there's something going on down in that area, but who knows?
Well,
I hope
do you
they
think he
find
went to the
something soon.
moon?
What's that?
You think he went to the moon?
No, I think it was staged.
Me too, man. Like, because why have we went what 1969 or 1968, and we haven't been back to the moon, like landing on the moon since? Come on.
I mean, I think we could do it now, but I think back then, I think it was all staged just morale America.
It was, yeah.
Kennedy did it.
It's the
Yay.
arms race, man.
And I think Kennedy, that's why he got assassinated by the government because he was going to say, that was all a ruse. We didn't really make it because he found out that it wasn't real.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, he's dead.
Yeah, I think the government's very corrupt.
And I also think the government's just trying to flatten America. They're just trying to totally ruin everything, and they're trying to cause a collapse because they can't be trying to do good.
Yeah.
I mean, they're fucking everything up. How could they possibly be trying to do the right thing?
I know. Yeah, there's a lot in. I like listening to George Carlin's a smart dude, man. He has a lot of a lot. I don't even want to say theories, but like a lot of stuff that he says is true, man. Like, and he was saying that like 10, 20 years ago about even like in the educational system. It's not it. I mean, you sit, you obey, you kind of you do this, you regurgitate that. Like we're not producing like thinkers. In my class, we do. I want the kids to think, but they're trying to be like good workers. That's what they're trying to produce.
Right?
They don't want free thinkers and things like that. And
No, they want you to sit there and do what you're told. That's it. That's
all
it.
about the money, man. It's all about the rich run everything.
And if you look at like our curriculum compared to like Chinese and Japanese curriculum, we're like their eighth graders are learning what our seniors are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they go so much further in depth in these other schools. And I really think that, I mean, I know it's a little too early for kids to decide what they want to do in like eighth or ninth grade, but push them into a direction and really worry about teaching them, this field or about this certain field or pushing them towards that field with their schooling instead of just like math and history and science. And, it's just boring.
It's like one big blanket thing. Because I know in other countries, I had a kid on my basketball team when I was coaching. He at high school, his mom had cancer, so I live around Baltimore. So there's a lot of good hospitals here. Mom came over. They were from the Netherlands. What would they be? And they have different tracks. By eighth grade, you're either going to like an academic track, an army track, a work track. It's not just like, oh, go to college. I tell my kids, I told my son, I'm like, you're stupid to go to college. You don't know what you want to do. You're going to go waste money and be in debt, and come out with some shitty degree.
What's up, Phil?
Big Phil, baby. Dude, Phil hatched out some lace.
Yeah, that lace stuff that Phil hatched out's nice.
That's sick. It's really sick, man. Oh.
So usually people in my chat don't ask questions. That Lindsay popped up a question.
Yeah.
If you could add 3 recessives to your collection, what would they be?
I'll tell you what, man. I don't know. I would go with. I like tri-stripe. I don't have tri-stripe.
Yep. Tri-stripe would be one of mine.
I don't have any xanthic.
All right.
I would get into xanthic, and oh man, I don't know. I don't know about the maybe that tornado.
A puzzle. I want puzzle. There's some puzzle stuff coming out.
I kind of have puzzle.
I think Krypton as well, but I'd keep puzzle and Krypton apart.
Yeah.
Because I like DG Krypton stuff. It looks pretty good. I got a really nice deal on a set of DG Krypton stuff. The female was pastel Harley Quinn DG het Krypton, and the male was pastel cinnamon Harley Quinn double het for $1,500. And I was going to do it, and then I wrecked my car. So now I'm doing everything to pay for that $1,000 deductible, and it got me a little bit behind. And work was slow this summer, so shit happens. But I'll manage. I'll figure it out.
I know it's not recessive, but Mandarin. I'd love to get into Mandarin.
Mandarin's nice too.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I seen I think Charlie did it, but an acid Wookiee is called a skunk ape, and I'm like a total Bigfoot theorist. I love Bigfoot stories and stuff. Never seen Bigfoot. I spent lots of time in the woods. Never seen Bigfoot. Just saying. But they call it a skunk ape, and I want to make skunk ape clowns and skunk ape ultra males. But I don't got any of the 2 codoms. But I guess I'd like to add them sooner or later.
Oh, I have an acid yellow belly from Dave from Baller's Garage. And I produced a chocolate, and chocolate and Wookiee are pretty similar. Maybe I can do that. She's not up to weight yet, but
chocolate acid would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm putting acid to
we know you have Mandarin, Lindsay, and they are very nice.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I like Mandarin. Andrew at Redwood, he has some nice.
Okay, Snake, so good. But so we didn't get through many questions, but we're almost at an hour. I like to keep things at an hour, so if someday you want to come back, it's like it's only an hour, so you'll come back.
Hey, I'm good with going a little bit longer, man. That's up to you. I know you might be past your bedtime and stuff, but.
Well, let's get through the quickies, and there's 16 people in the chat, so we'll just freestyle the rest. Okay. But we got to throw the quickie questions because it's kind of a signature thing.
All right.
Coke or Pepsi?
Oh, Coke, man.
I'm a Pepsi guy, but no big deal. I ain't going to hate you because you like Coke.
That's all right, you're wrong.
BK or McDonald's?
BK.
Dance, not dancing, or slow dance only? Like, say you're at a wedding reception.
Hold on, let me see.
Throwing out a sponsor.
So, fast dance or slow dance?
Well, if you're at Like, a family wedding, and are you one dancing, not dancing, or slow dance only?
Oh, I'm probably not dancing unless
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
hammered. Unless
I'm
I'm
jumping
hammered.
around hammered like an idiot. Like,
Yeah.
I don't drink much, but when I drink, it's like at family functions, and I become an idiot.
Yeah, I don't drink at all anymore. Yeah, it's not good.
Skydive or no fucking way.
Oh, I would love the skydive, man.
Hell yeah.
I bungee jumped before. That's cool. I love the skydive.
And what is one all-time game show that you would love to have been a contestant on?
Oh man. I was like Pressure Luck, but probably like The Price is Right, but not even. I would have to be Price is Right if it was like I wanted to go like specifically on like it had to be like some of them I don't care for, like some of the games on there. But yeah, probably Price is Right. I did like Pressure Luck though too, with the whammies and
Pressure
stuff.
Luck's cool, but The Price is Right would have to be with Bob Barker. So
Yeah,
I
hell
don't like
yeah,
Drew Carey version of it. It has to be Bob
yeah,
Barker.
yeah. I agree. Well,
All
my
right,
Wheel of Fortune too, but I don't
Wheel of
know.
Fortune would be cool. I mean,
Yeah,
it's been the same for years.
yeah. I'm pretty good at Jeopardy too. I know some stuff. Yeah,
And
I
if it was about sports, if it was Jeopardy sports, I would do pretty good. I mean, because I played sports all my life. I grew up
yeah,
playing sports, so I'm pretty well versed.
yeah, yeah. I like sports too. I'm pretty good with stuff. I'm pretty well versed, like you said, yeah, in sports stuff.
So,
So,
what is like one combo that you would just like to hit out of the stuff you have? Like everything you have, like what is one snake you would like to produce?
man, I don't know. I want to see what Sapphire and Bongo will do together.
Oh,
Yeah, I got both, so I want to see what they can do. So, and we're gonna see Sapphire Pieds here soon.
mm,
So
I don't know if you've seen that. I put a short out, but I had a snake sitting there, and right before I started filming it, it was the day I was pushing 4,000 subs because I had like 990 in the morning. So I just
yeah,
dropped a whole bunch of videos. And my daughter was sitting there like petting the snake before I started recording. And then she pulled her hand out, and the snake just like jerked real quick and was like, looked like he was like doing a shimmy or shake or something. I was like, look, he's dancing for us. It was pretty cool.
that's crazy.
Yeah, so I said he was dancing on the video. It was pretty neat. Hope she makes it through all right, Stan.
That's
Like
awesome,
I said,
Stan.
good vibes sent out to her.
That's awesome. Now,
So
who's she? Wife or?
that's his wife. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Send prayers to you, brother.
Are you planning on getting any other reptiles
Yeah.
someday? Like,
The only thing I would probably get is like some big tortoise. I would love. Yeah, I think they're cool, man. But yeah, I'm just a ball python guy. I'm not. I think there's the difference between like reptile people and like ball python people. I'm just a ball python person. I'm not a reptile person. I like reptiles, but I'm not like the husbandry and like what they gotta like. I'm not good with that.
I
I'm
would
just
like to get a green tree python someday,
yeah,
but I don't think I would breed it. It would just be there
yeah,
to look mean, because that
yeah,
thing don't look pleasant at all. They look like they
yeah.
want to
They look
bite you
like
at all times.
yeah, exactly. They always look mad.
Yeah, they look mad. It's just their look. They look like they're
Yeah,
wicked. They look like they're evil, and they look like they want to attack you.
yeah,
But
yeah. My
I
buddy
think
has different reptiles and he has spiders and stuff. I think it's cool, but I'm more worried about the animals. Being. I don't think I could take care of them to be honest with you, like the right way that they need to.
yeah, I
So
would definitely need some help
I
for
would need
sure.
some education, yeah, and I'm just not ready for that. I'm like I don't have enough time in my life for that. So
That's
I'm
like
pretty
big
cool with
snakes.
know my limits.
That's how I feel about big snakes. I definitely would need some help and some training with them. I don't have that now, so I don't got the experience. I don't want to retic or burn. Like,
Oh
and,
yeah,
and I don't think they're like a first snake candidate. Like,
yeah, I know, right? Yeah, yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah, ball pythons are like they're visually appealing. They're pretty easy. Even you come and think about it. You feed them. you clean them, make sure they have water, and breeding them. Wow, you throw a male in with a female, and it's not rocket science.
Yeah,
But
it's
some
not.
other ones, man, it is. I'm like, man, they got to have it like dialed in exactly right, or I don't know. I can't do all that stuff. So,
So let's get back to a couple of the questions, so I don't
all
sit
right,
here
bring
like
it, man.
and not have anything to say. But say you're on a deserted island. What 5 people would you like to have with you there?
Oh man. Well, I mean, is it solely for a living, or are you trying to get off the island back into civilization?
Sooner or later, you'll get off, but you're going to be stuck there a good month.
Oh, good month. I don't even know, man. So I like hanging out with my kids. I would just be like, all right, hey, let's go to this deserted island. With my kids and probably my dog. I probably won't even bring a fifth person. I'll take my dog and my 3 kids. So there's 5 people, including myself.
Well, there's
Not
four
people,
people.
but
You got to add another one. You got to add one
I
more.
got to add. Probably I'll take my mom.
All right.
Take my mom.
See, I would just take a survivalist in my kids because, like, the survivalist can at least keep us organized.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that show Alone, man. I remember watching that. I thought that was cool. Like where you have to survive out there by yourself.
The
You got to know your shit
solitude,
there.
the solitude. If you could handle the solitude of it, like being by yourself and being inside your mind, you would do a lot better. But solitude gets a lot of people.
Yeah. I live it though. Being I'm again divorced. The kids are half the time at their mom's. Like I'm here alone a lot. You know what I mean? So I think I would be okay with that. I keep myself occupied.
I've learned meditation in the last 4 years. I've started
Yeah.
meditating, and I'm inside my head a lot, but I can control it. So I think I'd be all right in solitude.
I
Now,
think so. I think I would be too.
as a younger man, that'd probably drove me nuts.
Yeah. I mean, people get on my nerves though too, man. Like, oof, they just get on my nerves. You know.
I'm
So
not a people person anymore. I used to be one of these people that's out and about everywhere, trying to meet friends, shake everybody's hand, be friendly to everyone. No, no. I hang out on YouTube. I just don't hang out
yeah.
around here. There's too many drug addicts, too many people they have an agenda, to be your friend, and it's just like
Where are you
no.
from, anyways? I don't even know where you're
The State
from.
College area.
Oh, okay. So Shamokin.
Yep, I know Shamokin.
That's
Yep,
where I'm from. That's where I
nice.
grew
That's
up.
only right up over the hill.
Yeah, that's where I grew up.
I could probably get there in about an hour and 15 minutes.
Yes, you could. Yeah, and I have a buddy of mine who has a cabin up along the road going up to State College. It's back road coming from Lewisburg and stuff.
Uh, so what is that?
It's right on Penn's Creek.
45.
Is it 45?
There's 45 that runs out there, and there's like 495, I think it is. There's 2 roads. There's 2 different roads that go out from State College from Center Hall towards Lewisburg.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going up from the Lewistown area, there's 522. I guess there's a couple back roads that go out there.
Yeah, I forget which one it is. I know there's a bar, the little dive bar in there. We got thrown out of before.
So you want to be an astronaut?
Do I?
Phil says that,
Oh.
fun fact, Chad's a ball python guy and a wannabe astronaut. He likes breeding and dreams of one day orbiting Uranus.
Uh-huh. Matters whose anus it is, Phil.
That depends. Yeah, that would
That's a good one, man. I
definitely
haven't heard
depend.
that one. That was very creative.
Yeah.
Phil's a creative guy. Very creative guy. He builds his own the stuff at shows like
Solar systems and shit.
What's that?
Solar systems. Like, I seen he had something to do with building something with solar.
Yeah, he does that too. Yeah, he's a builder, man. That
And he
guy.
plays guitar. He could rip that guitar.
He can. He can play. I heard him play live.
Yeah, I was at Warfels for a little bit.
I know. Remember that?
Yeah,
That shit was awesome. Yeah, him and Adam.
Adam's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone out there was cool people. I mean,
Yeah. There was a lot of people there, man.
yeah, I'd say there's probably a good 50, 60 people.
I know. I was not like the first one. It was a lot smaller. And that one, I'm like, man, oh man, there's a lot of people here.
I realized something that day. I don't like feel comfortable in huge crowds anymore. Like that was right up my alley when I was younger. Like the first half hour, I was like, why are you being so shy? Why are you not talking to anyone? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to think you're a weirdo.
Yeah, out there playing cornhole and stuff and talking trash to the kids, little kids. Yeah,
Well,
it's a good time, man. Jeremy's a good dude.
yeah, Jeremy's all right.
He's a
Like I
real
said,
good dude.
there's very few people in this hobby that I've met that I just don't like. Like,
Yeah.
it genuinely just, there's 2 or 3 people that I come across that are just like, yeah, that guy's a dickhead. I don't
Yeah.
do dickhead.
Yeah. I would say a couple. I don't know if I met any in person that I'm like, yeah, I fucking hate that person. But yeah,
Right.
I think you're right, man. Yeah, you're right on with that, man. There's good people, man. I mean, I think animal people are just good people though too.
They have a heart.
Yeah, because you're caring for something else, like a lot of something else's, and that's selfless. I think, yeah, that's good people, man. I
See,
agree.
these ball pythons kind of filled a hole in my life. I'm not afraid to admit I'm 5 years clean. I was pretty much a drug addict. Did it
Awesome.
every day, one way, shape, or form, something. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't one thing; it was everything. Like whatever I can get my hands on. And I just kind of come to a spot in my life where I was done with it, and I've held strong. But there was a void. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
separated myself from all those people. I didn't go to them places. I didn't do them things. So my life got a little boring. And then my daughter said, "Dad, look at these videos." And this is my oldest one that has seizures and stuff.
Yeah.
And when she was younger, we really didn't get to bond much. So now we're bonding over this experience. And then my middle daughter came in and she's liking this stuff. And it's just like, this is a win-win for me, whether I produce snakes or not. Like I'm
Yeah.
bonding with my kids. I'm trying to build a business to give to them. And,
Yep.
and this, this is great.
It is, man. Yeah, filling voids that's a big thing.
Yeah.
You're gonna fill it with something.
I don't think I'd ever took a step back and got back into the lifestyle because, man, it's just a bunch of bullshit now that I sit here and, I separated myself from it and was like, boy, I'm not sitting here in Walmart's parking lot for 3 hours waiting on some dickhead, or I'm not traveling 2 hours because I don't want to sit 3 hours in a parking lot waiting on this dickhead.
Yeah.
And just, I don't know, there's just
That's
a
awesome,
lot
man.
has
We'll do it.
changed and it's been a lot of good.
Good. So one more day, right? That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, this thing here, this is the next thing that goes. I want to quit smoking.
Yeah,
That's been easier said than done.
I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. Ever.
My 19-year-old had just started recently, and girl, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Ugh. Yeah,
I don't understand why she wants to start. I'm trying to quit.
Yeah, do it, man. They save you money too.
Yeah, I could buy a snake every month with what I spend on,
I bet.
or at least, I spend like $300 a month on cigarettes. I could at least save 3-4 months and get a banger.
How about it, man? You could.
Yeah. And that's what just keeps going through my mind. Like, if you quit this shit and you save that, you can upgrade your shit like real quick.
Do it, man. Do it.
I need to. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That is for sure.
Yeah, we all have our stuff, though. You know what I mean? But that's smoking. Oof. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I hate when my parents did it too. I never liked it. No, I'm not saying I never smoked marijuana. I did that a few times, but I get off the hook. It's like delusional and like
I have my medical card, and I tell you, like, it's enough for me now. Like back in the day, to where it wasn't. Like this new stuff they put out. I mean, this weed is nothing like anything I've ever seen before. It'll just put your dick right in the dirt,
Oh
and
wow.
you don't want to do nothing. Like
Yeah.
this dispensary stuff. I mean, it. You want nighttime stuff? You can get nighttime stuff.
Yeah.
You want stuff to keep you up? You can get stuff to keep you up.
Jesus.
And you don't got to smoke much of it. I take 2 or 3 hits, and I'm good for like half the day. Oh shit, they will last me fucking a week.
Jesus.
You don't need to smoke much of it.
Yeah, last time I did that was in college. That was over 20 years ago, so I'm good.
It's a lot
I have a
different.
6-pack. And I like speaking of even like beers, I have a 6-pack from before Christmas. There's 4 left of the 6-pack. So I don't even drink. So
Right? I made liquor cupcakes for Warfels' party that the icing melted on the way down, and nobody touched them because they look like shit because the icing melted. I don't blame you. They look like
That's
shit.
all
The
right.
icing melted.
Yeah.
But I made my daughter cupcakes for her birthday, and there's still like this much of that liquor in there, and it'll sit there till I make
Yeah.
liquor cupcakes again or something, or Jello shots or something.
Jeez. What are the comments saying here?
That's one thing about growing up partying. I've learned how to be one hell of a bartender because I got certain drinks that I can make for parties. Like it's everyone likes. They're good. Like give me a 30 pack of Coors Light, a half gallon of vodka, and 9 of them concentrated lemonades, and I'll make you a Mike's Hard Lemonade that don't give you heartburn and tastes much better and fucks you up more. And it's literally a 30 pack, a half gallon of vodka, and 9 concentrated them lemonades.
It's all you, man. All you.
Oh, I won't drink it anymore. Like, too
I
much.
drink Yingling when I drink. That's been for a long time.
I like Yingling. That's kind of my beer choice when I'm out and about.
Yeah, I do the lager. That's about it.
It's been a while since I've been to a bar. Hell,
Oh yeah, but
maybe 10, 15 years since I stepped foot in a bar.
oh man, yeah, it's been. Yeah, I can't even tell you last time. Well, no, I could. It was last. Yeah, it was around this time last year because my grandmother died right after my dad did. My dad died in July, and she died at the end of August. And we all went out, and my cousin, I have female cousins, but my male cousin Billy, he's out there, he's giving shots out, and we're like, come on, man, we have my grandmother, we call her Reen. We're like, come on, we have Reen's like funeral tomorrow. He's like, come on, man, she'd want us to do this, do it for her.
Fucker.
Yeah, we were doing shots and stuff. It was fun though.
So Blue Zombie brings up an interesting point, and I know what he's talking about because I talk to Snake Serpents a lot. And he bought one of these Dinker jeans that people were working. It's called the Skia jean, and he's got it in chocolate. Now you could definitely tell that it's a darker snake. It looks like chocolate, and it looks like either a nanny jean or a granite jean or something that breaks the alien heads apart and puts some graniting in them. And like I was telling Smay about how hard it actually is to say you have that gene and prove it out. You got one female. So now you got to breed that female out with, a male, hold back the ones you think that gene's in, put it back to that female just to see if you have a super form of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's probably 6, 7 years just in the 2 clutches to see. It's hard to work Dinker projects, and you need a lot of snakes to do it.
Yeah, and time.
And it takes a lot of time. That's why I stay away from Dinkers. I don't know if you know him, but Jack Whitman, Canyon Country Reptiles, he's
Sure.
he's in Pennsylvania. He's up near Williamsport, PA.
Okay.
And he has like 4 or 5 of these Dinker projects. Calls one Jordan, Venom, Bullseye, something else. He has like 4 or 5 of them. But he has supers of them all. I don't know. It could be something. It could be just polymorphism, and it's like, a nanny gene, because one looks like the venom. I think it's the nanny gene,
Yeah.
but who knows?
Yeah.
It's just
I think
hard.
then you got to put it to you got to make a clown version of it, because I think that's, I don't know. It's like that's the way to go with stuff to see what
Clowns becoming
drive.
like the normal.
What's that?
I feel like clowns becoming like a normal ball python.
Yeah, I think if you want to prove stuff out, I think the good way to do it is put it to a standard clown and see, because you're gonna get the hats are gonna be, like normals and stuff, and, whatever it is, like to prove it out, and then you can get it into clown to see if it's anything. So yeah, I think that's a good way to go about it. Even, you can even do it in pied. I think they're the two standards, to see if you have something. But yeah, dinkers, it's if you got the time and you like that stuff, if that's what drives you, yeah, go do it, man.
Yeah.
It's who knows. So yeah, my official breeder clutch this year was a girl that I hatched out my first clutch, grew her up, and to
Right.
me she was just a normal het clown, but then she's not like there's again, but she has like the granity stuff on the side, like the alien heads are kind of crazy with just dirty and stuff, and like I don't know, but like I know it's genetic because it passed on to one of her offspring was the
Right.
exact replica of the mom, but that thing never made it out of the egg. Never made it out of the egg. But
Oh, that sucks.
yeah, so I was hoping it was gonna be a male and I could put it back to mom to
Right.
see if it would do something. But and that I did prove out though. I have an ultra male 66% het clown, 50% het pied from Mark Cole at Cold
Nice.
Blooded, and proved out het clown. So, and it's
Awesome.
and I got out of 3 eggs that she gave me 5 eggs, 2 were slugs. So out of 3 eggs, I hit 2 clowns out of proving that thing. Out of
Nice.
yeah, 2 out of 3, and then that third one was the exact replica of mom. But then the other clown, one clown is out and it's good. The other clown wasn't coming out of the egg, just like the replica of mom, and then just never came out. They died
Oh,
in the egg. And
that
it's a
sucks.
cool ass clown too. I have them in my freezer. I put them in a Ziploc bag and I kept them for just for future to compare and stuff like that. So yeah, but it's I call it a mot. It's a motley. It came from my motley clutch. So
Right.
it's a motley clown head ultra male, possible het pied. It's pretty freaking cool.
Hopefully my ultra male goes this year. She is a
Female?
black pastel bamboo ultra male. I put
Oh
her
wow.
through a gravel het clown het ultra male.
Oh shit. Nice. Get some shed tests and see which ones
Yeah.
are het clown.
I'm gonna shed test the visuals if I get visuals,
Yeah.
and then that same one went to an ivory het clown, and a spot nose het clown,
Oh
and
wow.
a gravel too, because I want to make super gravels.
Yeah.
If I get a super gravel that proves out both, because they'll be 50, because there's a female gravel I have. She's 2,200 grams, but she don't have no recessives to it. She's huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I get 2 super gravels from her, and if one of them proves out both, or either super gravel het clown, super gravel het ultramel, those are both really good breeders to have in your rack. So I'm hoping that goes well.
I'll tell you what, gravel in pied is really nice too.
What up, Luke?
Luke.
When I got into this, I loved the yellow belly complex.
Yeah.
But I seen everybody had yellow belly and everything. So I was like, well, I'm going to put gravel to everything just to see, what differences. And, I've seen a couple other people doing it after, I thought of doing it. It's not like I announced it and they announced it. No, like I just said that I was doing this and other people started doing it. Like, don't think they're following me or anything. Like that was just their plan. And I'm glad they did, because I'm seeing some cool stuff. I'm seeing gravel do some cool things. Yep. And heck yeah, I like Spectre better though.
Oh, okay.
I think Spectre is going to be something that's going to catch on sooner or later.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't have any Spectre or gravel.
There was a gravel Spectre clown on Morse Market. If you go to sold, it'll come up, and that thing is impressive. For just like, for one, it's an Allelic combo. It's going to throw, clown and gravel or Spectre.
Yep.
So I'm working with a lot of Allelic complexes. I mean, I love it.
Yeah, it's a good way to go, man.
I actually want to do supers and then an Allelic combo.
Yeah.
Like from another one, might do a super gravel, spot nose chocolate clown.
Yeah.
So when you breed it, you get the gravel or either the spot nose or the chocolate or the clown. You're making combos every snake.
Oh yeah.
Because if you look at the prices, just say a fire clown, it's like $200-300. But if you look at a fire blackhead clown, you're looking at $1,200, for say something around there.
Yeah.
It seems like when you add that second codom to a recessive, there is the major price hike.
Yeah, I see that too. And if you're gonna need a little recessive attached to that too, it has something too.
Oh yeah, and then if you have the second het to it, then you got something real nice.
Yep.
My last snake I just picked up, and I mean I got hell of a still on it, $300, and it's a lesser Enchi orange ghost het clown, possible genetic stripe. I got the shed test done out.
Oh shit.
And I think she's going to prove out because she just looks slightly different than anything else I've seen. Lesser Enchi het clown.
Yeah.
Or lesser Enchi hypo het clown, actually.
Gotcha. Yeah. Hell yeah, man. That's sick.
Then I have a blade triple het this year that went to a triple het male. So we're going to see how this het to het works.
Why not?
That quad het guy, I can't remember him, but he had a quad het to a quad het, and he nailed it.
Yeah, I think he hit 2, didn't he?
He hit one quad recessive and one triple recessive, and like 3 double recessives, and nothing was normal. I mean, everything was at least a single recessive animal.
Yeah, because mathematically, you have better odds of hitting the others when you're going. Like the more hets you have going with each other, you have better chance of just hitting the others.
Right. What I seen,
single and doubles.
The way I took this from the beginning, if you're going het to het or het to het, you don't want all the codoms in there because I feel like they're going to stop the hets from lining up if you have the codoms. So if you just do het to het and get your visuals, and then you have this visual that you could put any gene you want in and make the triple hets.
Yeah. Yeah, you need those codoms in there too, though.
Yeah, you do, but I'm going to do it backwards, at least in some of my clutches.
Yeah.
Didn't have the money to buy, 2 or 3 triple het codom females. I mean.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Expensive.
Yep. Yeah, that's what.
Dude, that's nice. Going for an Enchi gravel hurricane clown this season. Nice.
That'd be really nice.
Yeah. I agree. I'm a little weird.
Yeah, I think we're all a little weird. Yeah, I think if you're breeding and keeping reptiles, you're a little bit out there. That's all right.
We shouldn't. I mean, I actually used to think that until I got into this, and then I was like, man, there's quite a few just normal people into this. Like, I fit. These people feel normal to me.
Yeah, because birds of a feather flock together, man. You know what I mean?
They're a little crazy. They're a little outspoken, but I'm crazy and outspoken. I'll fit in fine.
What's Luke saying?
It's okay, Chad. Luke says.
What's okay?
I don't know.
Come on. Luke is the first person that I've ever sent a shirt to.
Nice.
Yeah.
Luke's a good dude.
Luke is everywhere, man. All the lives, all the time, man. Luke's always on there.
Bosa Jr.
What's that?
He's like Bosa Jr.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, he's everywhere, man. That's awesome. Man, I'm kind of I'm envious of Luke too because I'm friends with Troy from Best Dressed Balls, but I've never met
Right.
him in person. You know, we're in groups and stuff together. We'll chat here once in a while, but yeah, Luke's actually met him out there in Iowa. So I'm,
So,
I'm a little more jealous.
do you know Troy's line of lace clown looks a little bit more reduced than anyone's?
Oh, I didn't look.
Well, I got a possible lace clown from Forward Motion Reptiles that came from Best Dressed Balls.
Mm-hmm.
And Gerald sold it to me because it was a slow eater. He didn't want to take time with the snake. Well, when I got it, it just started eating like a monster. Like, I don't know. Thing just started eating whenever I put something in its face. And looks a lot like his, what he's saying is a lace clown. So I think I'm going to prove that one out as
Hell yeah,
well.
man.
That'll be
Shit.
super sweet.
Yeah,
And
man.
it went to that super pastel Het Clown Het Sunset that I won off of Keys Constrictor's 2K giveaway. And Phil from Finger Snakes just produced those pastel lace clowns. And I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, now I see what I got to look for. Cool. Thanks for showing this.
Dude, I got lucky early on because my buddy Jim, like my mentor, he got me into Trojan. He got me into lace. This is back
Trojan's
like
nice.
2019 and stuff before I even knew what was anything. I didn't know
Nightstand.
what a Trojan was.
Right.
He got
Well,
me into Trojan. I didn't know
he
what
steered
lace
you right.
was. Right?
He steered you right for sure.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Dude, he hatched out. It's insane. So I have a GHI yellow belly double het hypo clown male. And the quality of this snake, man, it throws awesome looking babies. And there's GHI in a lot of stuff. So
Yeah.
he put it to a lesser leopard spot nose. Shit, what else? Possible het clown, het enhancer. I think it's het enhancer.
All right.
Because he's had enhancer before I even knew what enhancer was. But he hatched some stuff out, man. 13 eggs. He has some bangers, man.
Wow.
I think he hit an all gener, man. Like this thing is I've never seen anything like this before.
It's not
It's really
impossible
cool.
to hit all gene animals.
What's that?
I said it's not impossible to hit all gene animals.
Yeah, it's the same odds
Yep.
throughout. So yeah, I mean, like, yeah, he hit like it's nice, man. And he hit this one, man. It's not a visual clown, but as soon as it came out of the egg, I'm like, dude, I love that one. Like it just looks different. I think it's a lesser yellow belly spot nose, and it'll be 66% het clown. But it's just the look of it. It looks like it has like little hearts all along the side.
All
So
right.
we're gonna work out a deal. I might have to snag that from him, whether it's a male or female, because my daughter has one we call Love, and she's the next one. September 13th is when her eggs are going to be pipping, I hope. And it's a cinnamon Mojave, but she has a heart on her side. We call her Love. That's what she
Uh,
named it. So I might get this. I might get one from him, with the hearts, and kind of see what she wants. Maybe she'll want it. So I'll work it out. Remember, maybe my other kid wants. One of my other kids wants it. So grow it up and be their snake. So
hell
we'll
yeah.
see. I need another EAD shirt, Chad. I got to get more EAD shirts. I don't have any more.
For a second, I was going to say, what does EAD stand for? And I was like, duh.
Dude, there's a road that I would drive this back road, and it comes up, and there's a stop sign ahead, but I swear to God, it would say stop, and then the A and the H were kind of like just eroded, and it would just say EAD It would say stop EAD or EAD stop, whichever way you look at it. And
That's
I have a
funny.
picture of it actually.
See, I'd have went back and took the sign in my younger day. That was me. I would have just took the whole sign.
No, it was painted on the road.
Oh, all
Yeah.
right.
You know what I mean? Like how it would be like stop ahead.
Yeah. Oh,
And it said
okay.
stop, and it was like it had EAD. Like you could hardly
Stop.
see that.
Stop.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's
Shit,
funny.
man. Every time I drive that way, I
What's up,
just laugh.
Slithery? I would have took a picture of that too. I would have posted it for
Hell
sure.
yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Maybe I'll do it tonight. Post it. So, man, hey, we got an hour 35, man.
Yeah, I know. And there's still like 17 people in here. Like,
Hell yeah, man.
heck yeah. I appreciate it.
I will say this. This is back, man. This might have been in 2020. It was during COVID. Man, maybe it was 2021. It was when Billy did. We were on for like almost 10 hours. It was with Cusco. Andrew was on from Redwood. Billy, I forget who, a couple other people. Where we were all drinking, and it was a YouTube live for about 9 hours.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Oh, it was insane. We
I'm gonna have to go back and look for that one.
For another hour, and next thing you know, it was like 2 hours go by, and weird. Yeah, people were and I don't usually drink, so I was like 4 beers in, and I was gone, man.
I'd be gone with 4 beers.
Yeah, I felt like
for sure.
But that's all right. It was fun.
Luke was there. Luke says I was there.
Heck yeah, you were, Luke.
He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
Yeah, because I guess we had snow here, so it was probably like in February or January or something like that, and it was and we got called like, I'm a teacher, so we got the call that night that we're like there was no school the next day, and I'm like, I'm in for the long haul, man.
All right,
it was a good time. It was a good time.
We're going long.
Hell yeah!
All right, I'm getting tired myself. I'd love to go longer, but I'm sitting there like itching my eyes.
Yeah, me too, man. It's past 11 o'clock.
Squinting, like reading stuff. So
yeah, but hey, thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
No, thank you for coming. You've been a great guest. I'll have you back anytime. This is great.
Hell yeah, man.
I love it when, chat, you've all been great. I mean, like we had 15, 16, 17 the whole time. We almost got, I think 19 at the most tonight. But, I love it. That's good for me. Thank you. I appreciate you. Go check out that way. Richie's Resesive and Chad. Good thing coming from this guy. All right. I gotta go back.
I'm excited about some stuff we got coming out, man. I'm
Sounds like it. I'm checking into you, Trojan, and all that stuff out there. Might be having to work some trades out.
Yeah, hey, I'm all about trades, man.
Oh, I'm all about some trades. All about it.
Hell yeah, man.
We'll see y'all next week. Same time, same channel. Peace.
See you guys.